Argument number 2, the design argument. This argument is also known as the teleological argument. And in the same way that I skipped explaining the premises for the creation argument, I'll also skip that here.
But that's stupid, I'm sorry, because how can anyone assess the argument without knowing the premises?
Because the goal for this video isn't to prepare debaters, but to help Christians understand these arguments so that they can better be used in a conversation.
But how can you understand the argument without knowing the premises? And if the person you're having the discussion with does know the premises of these well-known arguments, and you don't, then you're in deep doo-doo.
So this argument pretty much states that complex and intelligent design must come from an intelligent mind or designer.
And you're going to prove that, right?
So let's look at the complexity of people. And I cover this in our Is There Really a God video. And in it, I talk about how within a single person, they have a cardiovascular system, an endocrine system, a digestive, respiratory, excretory, lymphatic, nervous, muscular, and skeletal system.
Same as all mammals.
And on top of that, according to the National Institute of General Medical Sciences, the DNA from one of our cells is 6 feet long.
But still much shorter than many other organisms. What's the point?
So if we were to uncoil all of the DNA from all of our cells, it would amount to being 67 billion miles long. And to give you a better idea of that length,
I don't really need a better idea, I need a better argument. What's the point?
we could take 150,000 round trips to the moon with that much DNA, and that's just the DNA of one person. So the design argument would suggest that a person is too complex, and evolution could not have been the reason why people exist, regardless of how many billions of years occur.
Well, you're just asserting that. What's your evidence? And this doesn't actually sound like the design argument to me at all. This just sounds like an argument from incredulity. If you're going to go with the argument from incredulity, I find it impossible to believe that something as complex as a person could have been created by a designer. It must have been something else, like, say, billions of years of evolution.
For example, it would be nonsense to think that a laptop in a forest got there by evolution.
Sure, because you know exactly how laptops are made, but what about a tree in a forest?
Because even if all the necessary parts of a laptop were in an area, and that area was untouched, and nature just had its way for billions of years, a working laptop would not be the result.
Right, because laptops don't biologically reproduce with variation that can be selected by environmental pressure, but living things do. Doesn't your argument sound at all stupid to you?